What is on the up, guys? We are back here for another Dokkan battle video. Today I thought we'd sit down and sort of look at what the upcoming campaigns and the rest of the year is going to look like for the global version of Dokkan. This is basically just so you guys know what banners are going to be coming up, what you should be saving your stones for, and sort of looking at what the possibilities are for the rest of the year for the global side of the game. So here we're on the Dokkan Wiki. Obviously, shout out to the Dokkan Wiki. It's such a useful resource, just in general. And we're here over in the year 4 area, looking at last year's sort of a celebration to see where or how like this one's gonna line up similarly to this year's. So if we scroll like all the way down, we're kind of around this point right now, I think, right? Yeah, around this point right here, where the world mission crossover is. Now, we didn't actually have a Dragon Ball Heroes world mission crossover this year. Instead, we had the Kefla banner, and just it's a bit weird than what we usually would get, because Kefla is basically Namek Goku from last year in terms of when it released. So last year we got Namek Goku after the 350, well, it's not the 350, the $300 million celebration. We got Namek Goku after that. So Kefla theoretically should have been after the 300 million download celebration, but this year we got her before. So I thought I'd just go over to my Twitter and sort of make a list. Obviously, if you want to follow my Twitter, and you can go on my Twitter and look at this, I'll probably pin it so you can see what I think is going to be happening. So let's just call it like Dokkan rest of year theory. And so if we just go down to, what month is it? August, yeah, August. So obviously August, late August is going to be the download celebration, which will be the 350 million download celebration, which I've talked about a decent amount on the channel. With the Boo Saga themed is like the main theme, confirmed by Dokkan, who is like, if you guys don't know, is a French data, one of the French data miners. He knows a lot about the game, and just like has a lot of info, and he lets us know about what's sort of happening within the game at certain points. So late August to September will be the 350 mil, and after that we'll be going into the Halloween, so not Halloween, yeah, sort of Halloween celebration, which goes from like sort of around like late September to late October, so around a month. And what that contained last year, if we wait, I'm just going to write down this real quick, and then we'll go back over to the other tab. What this contained last year, as I was saying before, was Namek Goku right here, the Wrathful Outburst Showdown, and then that went to the terror-stricken Dokkan Halloween campaign. This is basically a 2-part campaign, with the first part being Namek Goku's banner. We just go down and have a look at this. We got some story events right here. I'm pretty sure we got a story event. We got a bunch of stones, like the usual thing. And right here we got Namek Goku, which should have been Kefla, but this year, but it's not, which is a bit odd. We got the Fighting Legend Goku, yes, new story event, and a bunch of easy as. It was actually a pretty good event that we had going on here. Hercu's Heart Pounding Gifts, and after that, in part 2, where are we gone? Oh no, we can scroll down a little bit more. Right, in part 2, we got the LR that coincided with Goku being the full power Frieza, SDR full power Frieza. The reason it's really weird this year is because what we would expect in this year's thing would be to like replace Namek Goku and full power Frieza would be Kefla and then UI Goku. But since Global got UI Goku as a first, like a global first, and we already got Kefla pre-download celebration, the only normal Dokkan Fest banner that we have left to replace Goku is, if we go over here to JP, the most recent banner to drop in the summer campaign, which was Ultimate Gohan. So the only possible thing Global can release to in terms of a solo Dokkan Fest. It's not the only, because the only thing they can release in solo Dokkan Fest is Ultimate Gohan. Because besides that, we have a dual Dokkan Fest that we haven't gotten with Boo and Gotenks. We have a Dokkan Fest LR in the Blue Bros, as people call them, Kaioken Goku and Evolution Blue Vegeta. And then we have an LR banner with the LR Jiren, who also relates to the Blue Bros. And so there's not really a unit that could drop for the second part. So I don't really know what's going to be happening in the second part of the celebration. It could just be a 2-part with one banner. They could just not drop a banner. But what I think is more likely is that we get Ultimate Gohan, obviously, plus a global first. And you might be thinking, well, if there's an LR banner there, why don't we just get LR Jiren? And that's what probably a lot of people think is going to happen. We're going to get Ultimate Gohan and maybe LR Jiren for part 2, but that doesn't make sense. Because, think about it, the Blue Bros are going to be coming out as sort of the part 2 for the thank you celebration. Well, not part 2, but like the start of the Christmas celebration, sort of that sort of area, where Blue Kaioken Goku came out last year. Which means that we have no need for a global first in that time slot. And then, as the Christmas banner, like the one that came out like on like Christmas Day or whatever last year, which was Kale and Caulifla, which was a legendary summon banner, we'll get Jiren for that. So it just makes sense that because we don't need a global first at Christmas anymore because we have the Blue Bros, that we're going to get that as the Halloween unit. And that's what I think is going to happen. We also, though, could get this banner. They could drop that, which I guess is a possibility. But I don't know if they're going to rely on the whole of October, or like the whole of the second part on the double rates banner. I just don't feel like that's very likely. And I feel like they would slot that in at a different time. But it also could be that, and I wouldn't be surprised either way, really. Now, we go back to the global celebration. We got sort of, I could just put Global First or Rising Carnival. I would do that. And then if we go back to here, as I was saying before, and then we look at what came after Halloween, that was the thank you celebration, I believe. Let me just check that. That was the thank you celebration. So last year it was Trunks and Zamasu. Now this year it's going to be Boo and Gotenks. But also, it's very weird in relation to this is because if we just look at the events, not the banners, the banners still make sense. But if we go down to the events, you will see that if we... Oh no, this is the wrong celebration, though. It's on JP. We'll just go check that out as I'm talking. But the weird thing is with the events in relation to this Golden Week that's upcoming, the thank you celebration that's upcoming in Global, is we don't have anything really that's going to drop. And you might be thinking, what do you mean we don't have anything that's like really going to drop? I mean that in the way that we have gotten both the youth banners. I can't see it here. Where is it? I don't think it's here on the Dokkan Wiki. Okay, that's a bit weird. Anyway, we don't have anything really that's going to drop. Because if you guys don't know, in the recent celebration that we had on Global, with the Kefla celebration, we got a lot of stuff. Like, it was probably one of the most jam-packed celebrations we've got on Global. Here we go, right here. It's still ongoing, by the way. We haven't got most of this stuff, but we already know it's confirmed, basically by Dokkan, that we're going to get it, or by the game itself. But we're getting the link level update, as well as Kefla, and we got the Youth Dragon Ball History stage, which came out here, and then next week we're getting, on like the same day as the link level update, the new game mode. I can't remember what it's called, but it's one where like you choose your characters and like you have to like use your friend's team. It's like what people sort of call co-op, but it's not really. I always forget the name. But we're getting that. We're also getting this story event. Then those three things were key parts of the, I don't know, is it the Messi Full Power campaign? I don't know, but it was a key part of the celebration of the Golden Week celebration for JP this year. Here it is, yeah, right here. So we got that stuff right down here. Yeah, look, this story event, we got that. We got Explosive Chain Battle, that's what it's called, and the youth stage. Those three things were like the main source of stones and like enjoyment from this celebration. So that means they're going to have to completely overhaul like this celebration basically. Obviously they can keep like the few things are similar, like the, I don't know, the Select Dokkan Festival and the events returning and the ETAs all open. But I mean, in terms of new content, we're going to need more. So if we just go over here and we go, I guess it's sort of late October to, like, I think it's like late November-ish, because it's like a dual Dokkan Festival. We'll get that from there. We'll get like basically a very different Golden Week, in the fact that we already have all the events. So, since we have all the events that like JP has got for that, the events that JP got already. So that's that. So I don't know what they could drop there. Maybe JP will drop something soon, and then we'll get that. Like maybe in the time that we're doing the Ultimate Gohan and the Carnival, or then maybe the Global First, they'll drop something, and then we'll get that event or that game mode or something instead of what like JP got this year. So that's like going into there, and then the latest part of the year, like basically the end of the year, is basically already known to us. As I was talking about before, we're going to be getting the Blue Bros. So if you don't know, yes, the Kaioken Blue and Vegeta Evolution Blue and Jiren. So that is already like basically confirmed. I can't even don't have enough room. I guess I'll do, but anyway, so that will be the end of the year. So that basically determines what we're getting for the rest of the year. In the most part, most of it's, well, some of it in the middle is obviously unknown. Like this part is sort of a mystery. Obviously, so 350 mils is already confirmed, as well as the Blue Bros and Jiren. So if you guys want to like use this resource or whatever to help your friends out, or just sort of determine what you should be spending your stones on, definitely do that. I recommend obviously spending as many as you can on 350, because that's like the best, and then also maybe save some for Ultimate Gohan, because his banner is actually really good. And then don't spend on whatever you get here basically, unless it's a global first and it's really hype obviously, and basically save till Golden Week to spend on the thing, and then don't spend on any LR banners until the Blue Bros. And that's sort of what you want to be spending your stones on if you're being optimal, I guess, in the rest of the year. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Obviously, if you did, leave a like and subscribe maybe if you want to see more of the content. If you want me to change it so there's no music in these videos, or do you like the music, just sort of tell me. And hope you guys have a good day, and see you in the next one. Peace.